声音测试。
Hello, good morning, brothers and sisters. Father, yesterday is Father's Day. there are many fathers here, so we bless our fathers. So today is the last day of our conference, but not the least. So the last day we have many activities, and welcome to stay until noon. We have lunch box for everyone, and we can have photos together. So today we are very glad to open this ceremony again. Open this conference again. So we thank God for His grace, and thank God for gathering us together to learn more and to know more people online. Of course, we cannot meet them face to face, everyone, everywhere. We cannot meet you face to face, but in God we are united. In God we are brothers and sisters and family, and we thank God for the grace. Now, today the first lesson, this lecture, will be presented by Dr. Chen, but the moderator is the Vice Superintendent of this hospital, Professor Hong. Professor Long Hong is also a brother. He's a Christian, and their family is a Christian family, and they love God. Every member of them loves God, and he helps a lot in medical education. He is specialized in neurologist, pediatrist, so he treats many small children with seizure, and he helps children that is premature and help them to grow normally. So he also helped this hospital to become a government, national education hospital. So we can have medical education for residents, for medical students, and all kinds of students, in fact. So he put a lot of efforts in this hospital. So we thank God for him, and he is going to moderate this lecture. So let's welcome Professor Hong.
Thanks for Dr. Gao's introduction. Good distinguished guests from ICMDA from Taiwan and East I'm the Chief Vice Superintendent of University Hospital in charge of I will introduce this first speaker this morning, Dr. Chih-Cheng Chen. As you may know, Dr. Chen was graduated from National Taiwan University, get the MBH from the Institute of Public Health in National Taiwan University, and also PhD from Institute of Occupational Medicine and Industrial Hygiene, College of Public Health in National Taiwan University. His professional activity was very hard. He is a pediatrician like me, and he is also a pediatric gastroenterologist. He had medical service in Northern Triangle in Burma, also in the refugee camp during Kosovo crisis, and also in 9/11 earthquake at Nantou in Taiwan. He was appointed as the representative of Taiwan Health Ministry of Africa. In 2006, he was the chair of International Medical Cooperation and Development in Pindong Christian Hospital. From 2016, he is the superintendent of Chuen Christian hospital in Pingdong, Aceh. It's the most southern part of Taiwan. Now he is an associate professor of Department of Medicine in Taipei Medical University. And he got a lot of award from individual society and also from the government. In summary, he has been devoted to medical service in several difficult areas in the world, including Taiwan. So we are glad to have him give us the talk. His talk is be a vessel for grace. Please welcome Dr. Chen.
Good morning, everyone. Happy Father's Day. Thanks for the kind introduction of Professor Hong. I am very honored to be invited to ICMDA East Asia Regional Conference. Today my topic is be a vessel for grace. This topic is a big topic, including every aspect of the Christian life. But for me, I would like to share some of my personal experience in my life. Many containing two parts. The first part in Malawi, in Africa, between 2002 and 2006. The second part is as a Chih-Cheng Christian Hospital since 2016. I was appointed as a Taiwan health representative to Africa. In 2002, I led a Taiwan medical team to Malawi. This team was dispatched by Pingdong Christian Hospital. At this time, I was the chair of the overseas mission. I also took my family, my wife and 2 children there, and lived there for 4 years. Malawi is located in southeastern Africa, just above the Mozambique. The health indicator of Malawi was not good. The life expectancy was 50 years, and the mortality rate are really high. Even the infant mortality rate under 5 and maternal mortality rate almost top 10 in the world. The major challenge of Malawi are infectious disease. The major cause of death are like AIDS, malaria, tuberculosis, pneumonia, diarrhea. And the AIDS prevalence rate was 12% at this time. There were 1 million people living with HIV/AIDS. The major constraint for the general population to access the health service in Malawi are 1. Severe shortage of medical professionals. 2nd, few and poorly equipped health facilities. These 2 factors are the common factors for the developing countries. How do we face the shortage of skilled birth attendants, the medical professional? The skilled birth attendants are doctors, nurses, midwives. They are responsible for the delivery of pregnant women, but in Malawi, they don't have enough SBA skilled birth attendants. According to WHO report, they suggest one of the solutions to quickly expand the numbers of SBA is to transform the potentially capable TBA traditional birth attendant to skilled birth attendant by providing them proper training and close supervision. Therefore, we initiated one TBA training project in 2004 at Muzuzu City. We select one TBA from one village. They were recommended by village authorities. They didn't have a high education level. 27% never entered school, and only 19% finished elementary school education. From 2004 to 6, totally 81 TBA were selected and trained. We trained them at the Muzul Central Hospital for 1 month, teaching them about the antenatal and perinatal care, including recognition of risky pregnancy and indication for referral. After training, we test them. If they pass the test, they will be equipped for delivery kit and 1 bicycle. This is a good photo of the TBA and their bicycles. So totally we trained around 80 TBA to serve this area. After training, we check and supervise them regularly, at least every 3 months, to check their record and medicine. Also to build delivery room for them. This is a summary result. Between 2004 and 2007, there were almost around 2,000 babies were served by this TBA. 170 had been referred, and the total death was 26. The transfer rate were 8.6% among the 19,084 pregnant women, and no mother died. The early referral of risky pregnancy to healthcare facility contribute to reduce perinatal and maternal mortality. The perinatal mortality rate was 13.6 per 1,000 live births. Compared to the national statistic, it was only half or even 1/3. These results have been published on the midwifery, the one international journal. We make every mother and child account because the birth of a child is a time of hope. If we can save money, save mother, we can save home, and then we can save this country. Thank you. It's better. The first part is about maternal and child health. Now I talk about HIV/AIDS. At this time, the HIV prevalence rate in Malawi was around 12%. It was very high. Because many youths died of AIDS, so it only remained the all-female care for their grandson. The young girls may drop out of school to look after household duties or care for their siblings. This young mother wants to breastfeed her baby, but her breast got a big wound because there's no treatment, no care, and no hope. To face this challenge, our medical team set up a Rainbow ARV antiretroviral therapy clinic, Rainbow Clinic. We want to provide hope for these AIDS patients since 2004. Because they don't have insurance card or ID card, we developed the fingerprint identification information system to ensure the correct identity of cases and antiretroviral medicine, the management. This fingerprint identification system helps us to reduce the time consumed for each case, to reduce the clinical days of overtime, and to reduce the staff required. This result has been published in the Lancet in 2005. In addition to the medicine, medical work, for AIDS patients. We also encourage blood donation campaign. We encourage people to donate, to give blood, and to save lives. We went to the soldier campus to collect blood. Also, we went to the college campus to collect blood. Before collecting the blood, we educate them about the AIDS transmission. Encourage them to protect themselves. In 2006, when I came back from Africa, I also have one car from the Taipei Blood Center. They give this blood mobile to Malawi, named Love from Taiwan. In addition to the medical work and public health project, I also support the humanitarian work. This is for one pastor from Korea, Pastor Lin. He is a missionary. I support his work at the outskirts of Lilongwe City. Lilongwe City is the capital city of Malawi. There are a lot of residents migrate from the rural area. We hire the women to cook lunch for these children. They like to eat. This meal may be the only one meal they can have in one day. They look very thin because most of them are malnourished. We also educate and hire some teachers to teach them this education at this daycare center. This is Pastor Lin, my good friend. These are teachers we hired. This is my wife, my late Easter and Ezra, my two kids. They were very cute at this time, and now handsome and beautiful. They are here. Okay, thank you. Because we family, we work together, we serve together. This is my belief. Christian life should serve with a whole family. We also do some clean water project. We dig a total 26 boreholes. This money was donated from the Taiwan Church, including 双联教会、大安教会 and Professor Guo Hui-er. Each borehole cost US $3,000. This is the borehole finish. The water was very clean. These are in Pastor Chen, Pastor Luo, and Pastor Lin from Taiwan. We also did a microloan project for the widows to raise to have chicken. They can grow the chicken, and then we buy the chicken from them, so they can have money to support their life and their children. This is my Malawian home. The Ezra has got twice malaria in Africa. It's very huge, but not very safe. My wife was robbed in the 市场 market, yeah. And my home was the steal 小偷要进来yeah, want us to come in. Yeah. The safety and health are the big concern when we are in Africa. In 2006, I decided to come back to Taiwan because my parents they need me to take care of them. This is at Cape Town. Now I'm going to move to the second part, taking care of the Taiwan care. This is the logo of our hospital, Chih-Cheng Christian Hospital. This is the Chih-Cheng Peninsula, surrounded by the sea. We take care of the Taiwan's care by Christ's love. At Taiwan Pier, there's a lighthouse around the Dengta. Our hospital is like the lighthouse. This hospital was set up by the missionary from Finland 60 years ago. But in April 2016, there are some challenge of the Chih-Cheng Hospital. Because lack of staff, the wards and emergency department were closed. The doctors were too old to be on duty. And in July, there was going to have a hospital accreditation. We all know hospital accreditation is a big threat for hospital staff. So when I heard about this news, I cried because we worry about if the Chih-Cheng Christian Hospital could not pass the hospital accreditation, it could be downgraded or closed. I pray for God, please send workers to light up the lighthouse. Continue to shine for the medical evangelism. But God moved me deeper and deeper. Usually, we cannot pray for others. We should pray for ourselves. And God moved me. I discussed with my family. Finally, they agreed me to go to Chih-Cheng. So I served as a superintendent of Chih-Cheng Christian Hospital since on June 1st, 2016. This is my family. My daughter, my son, and my daughter's friend. With the blessings of God and my great help, my colleague and friend, we finally passed the hospital accreditation. It's quite amazing. But unfortunately, there was a big typhoon, Merenti, swept through the Chih-Cheng Peninsula. The roof of the hospital was blown away. All the hospital was destroyed very severe. It's a big disaster. I faced this challenge, but God's word comfort me. My grace is enough for you. My grace is enough for you. God's word comfort me. It was very surprised. The next day, September 15th, our President Chai came to visit us, to comfort us, and to encourage us, so we can get some support from the government. But it was not enough. We need to respond to repair the hospital. It's a big challenge. My friend, they are experts. They came to check the electromechanical equipment of this hospital and found a lot of problems. The generator failed, the air conditioner failed, everything failed. So we need to replace and rework. We did a lot of work to repair and renovate the ward. Finally, we got the ward renovated, and the air became very clean. We got the prize from the Environmental Bureau of Pingtung County. We are the first one, the first prize. In addition to repair the hardware, I need to recruit physicians. because at this time our hospital was lack of physician. The physician, they are very old. There are 4 doctors more than 80 years old. The average of the every years of the doctors were 66. This is Dr. Chen. He is the first one physician I recruit. Because we can recruit more physicians, so we can take the responsibility to be appointed as a hospital for women and children since February 2018. The Health Bureau Pindong County appointed us our hospital to take care of the women and children in Henchun Peninsula. We resume the cesarean delivery, and we can deliver the twin. In the past, these 2 conditions were not capable in Henchun. The pregnant women should go to Pindong City or Kaohsiung City. There are more and more mothers to stay at the Henchun to give birth. The number of babies born at our hospital increased from the 10 to 25 to 57 last year. We also got the certification from the 国民健康署 yes, as a maternal and child-friendly hospital. But the God let me see one thing is our emergency department was not open in the night. God asked me one question. He said the Henchun Christian Hospital is a lighthouse. When is more important for the lighthouse? It's daytime or nighttime? The lighthouse is more important in the nighttime, but the Henchun Christian Hospital has no night emergency service. So God challenged me. I decided to reopen the night emergency. It's not easy. It costs a lot, but based on the challenge, based on the blessings from God, we decided to open the night emergency on April 1st, 2018. The next time, it was Easter. I didn't know it's Easter, but finally I know. All the pastors from the Henchun Peninsula, they came and to celebrate this reopening ceremony. They told me they wait for this day for a long time. We didn't have night emergency for more than 10 years. This is the number of visits to our emergency department. The number increased every year. After set up the hardware, the environment, and also the more physician, we found the information system was too low, was not good for use. Therefore, we cooperate with the Zhanghua Christian Hospital. We introduced their information system. We prepared for 1 year and started this new system on January 1st, 2019. We also got the certification as a healthy hospital. We are the first one hospital to get this certification in Henchun Peninsula. We recruit more specialists, and we introduce new equipment like the laparoscope. In this March, we set up one intensive care unit, and we invite the painters in Hengchun area to draw a beautiful painting. Every bed, the ceiling of every bed has beautiful painting. We think the patient, they are sick, they lie down on the bed, but their vision, they can see the beautiful painting, and there is Bible words to encourage them, so this may help their recovery. I believe this ICU is the most beautiful one in Hengchun Peninsula. And because of Typhoon Marenti, we decided to build a new medical building. After 3 years of preparation, the construction of the new building was started on October 2, 2019, last year. Hengchun Christian Hospital serves all Hengchun Peninsula. It's a big area, 3 times of Taipei City. We provided a lot of community services. We had 18 after-school classes to take care of more than 450 children. They are all from the disadvantaged families. We provide food for more than 100 elders living alone. We provide home services for more than 500 people. We care for the new immigrant women from Philippines. We have 3 stations for long-term care. We also provide home bathing service. This one example, the Agu, he lives in a container house. Our social worker found him at the time he was very sick, very thin looking, and malnutrition, diabetes, and nearly blind. We cleaned his house. We took him to our hospital to take care of him, about the nutrition, the sugar control. Then now he is very healthy. He is also a good man. Whenever he has some crops harvest, he take the harvest to our hospital. This Father's Day last year, the Dr. Gao took a Furen University student to visit our hospital. We invite them to take care of Mr. Lin, one elder living alone. We groom him for him, and we celebrate his the Father's Day for him. He was very happy. I thank Dr. Gao, for your kindness. We visit this elder living alone, give them some supportive, and to pray for them. Also to pray, to visit them, to pray for them. This is the newly set up daycare center at around the southwestern tip of Taiwan. The new one, daycare center. This daycare center can care the surrounding area, the elders in surrounding area. This new start service, home bathing service car. This team needs 3 people to take care, to have a base for the case. It's not so easy job for us to take care, to take base for the disabled person. So we need 3 persons to do it at the same time. These are some after-school stations. Most of them are in the tribe and village. For some example, this Nansi Elementary School, they have a very good football team, and they entered the national final in 2016. This another elementary school, Moulin Elementary School, their football team is also very good, and then they entered the national final last year. They also have very good柔道、judo, judo. Another 课午班 after school station, 高四, they have folk team. They can sing a very beautiful song. We also care for the foreign spouses. Most of them come from Philippines. This our gynecologist. She is from Philippines, so she take care of these sisters. Okay, yeah, let's repeat. Hunchun Christian Hospital is the lighthouse of medical evangelism. We hope this lighthouse continue to shine. Now, I would like to show you one video.
在台湾的最南端，有一个灯塔，静静地指引着黑暗中失去方向的渔船，是希望，是温暖。而在这片土地上，却有许多阴暗的角落，只剩下不想被遗忘的期盼，却随着日复一日的落空，逐渐忘记自己。面对冰冷的家庭，本能地选择逃避。因着文化的隔阂，只剩无能为力，独自面对病痛的折磨，直到失去生存下去的动力，只剩下不想被遗忘的期盼。而有一群人，他们愿意牺牲自己来到这里，深入穷乡，翻山越岭，找寻微弱的期盼，燃起黑暗中的亮光。日复一日，年复一年。每周9000公里的遥远路程，却是拉近了他们与那光、那爱的距离。恒春基督教医院邀请您一起守护台湾尾。
So it's to let you know the lighthouse, the function of our hospital. It's a lighthouse to shine over the people in the darkness. As a Christian, I know if I don't have Jesus, I can do nothing. So I'm very thankful my church, home church, 嘉义活水教会. They always pray for me every week in a prayer meeting. They always remember to pray for Chih-Cheng Christian Hospital. In the hospital, I set up the prayer altar every week on Wednesday and Friday morning. We pray for the hospital for everything. I also led my colleague to read spiritual book every week. We have already read 3 books. We encourage colleagues to read Bible. Every year we read Bible for 1 time. And every 3 months we have tests, Bible dictation tests, and give the top 10 award. We have our colleagues to be baptized. They can select which sea they would like to have the baptism. They can select Taiwan 海峡 or 巴士海峡 or 太平洋. Which one do they want? It's our advantage. Now, the proportion of Christian among all employees are 50%. When I have any challenge, the Professor Hong just talked to me about the management of hospital. It's very difficult. It's very difficult. It's a big challenge for me to balance the Chih-Cheng Christian Hospital. Do you know, it never be positive. It always minus. I need to kneel before God for His grace, especially in this year, the COVID-19. A lot of patients they don't want to go to hospital, so the income decreased a lot. Now I want to move to the topic this year today. If a man makes himself clean from this, he will be a vessel for honor, made holy, ready for the master use, ready for every good work. The 2 Timothy chapter 2:21. I have some personal insights I would like to share with you. The first, be clean. The dirty vessels are not good for use. No one wants to use the dirty vessel because it can contaminate the food and let you be sick. So does God. God doesn't want to use the dirty vessel. For I am the Lord your God. For this reason, make and keep yourself holy, for I am holy. God just used holy vessel. The second, be empty. If the vessel is empty, he is able to load new content. But if it has already been occupied, it's very hard to load new content. Are you empty or are you occupied? Are you occupied by the world or are you empty to God? God opposes the proud, but gives grace to the humble. The third is be obedient. If a man makes himself clean from this, he will be a vessel for honor, made holy, ready for master use, ready for every good work. ready for master use, ready for every good work. I am not the master of myself. I am the servant of God. My function is up to it's God's right to use me, not myself. So I summarize: a vessel for grace should be clean, empty, and obedient. Clean means not dirty, no shame. We do not do shameful things. Second, empty. We should be humble, gentle, soft. Third, obedient. We are ready for every work God asks us to do. If you can keep clean, empty, and obedient, you can be God's CEO. You can be God's CEO. God's CEO is also a vessel for grace. God's CEO is a vessel for grace. God is looking for his CEO. Who wants to be? Do we want to be God's CEO? Good, good. Nice, really nice. You are chosen by God to be his CEO, a vessel for grace. Now, everyone say, I am chosen by God. I am chosen by God to be his CEO as a vessel for grace. Thank you, every CEO. Thank you.
开眼，转成人。麦克风没有响。OK，
And he also take a message for us to be the CEO of God. Any question or audience or online? People online? Oh yeah.
对，他换了一只好了，或者把主持人拿了。
You mean the fundraising?
Fundraising, yeah.
Oh yeah. You know, it's a big challenge for me, but I don't worry about it. The result the result totally depend on God. I just do my best. I take every chance to share the work of our Hengchun Christian Hospital, to tell them we take care of the Hengchun Peninsula. So after this talk, I will go to another meeting to talk to some people. They are from Hengchun but reside in Taipei. They asked me to give them a report. So later I cannot have a photo group with everyone. Sorry. I just do my job. The result that depends on God. I don't need to worry about it. Thank you. Yeah, sorry. There's a 1 DM. You can get it outside. Yeah, it's a report for our hospital. You can understand our hospital more detail.
Yeah, I think we have learned a lot from him. His experience in medical service, even overseas in Malawi and also in Taiwan. I think it's very important for us, and it makes many impossible things to be possible. That's a challenge for us. Yeah. Because of time, I think we should close this session. Thanks again for Dr. Chen. On behalf of the I give you a small
Thank you. We think sometimes we need people to do great things.